Back here at the CU Event Center, voice of the Buffs, Mark Johnson. I think you know this woman right here, outstanding player for Colorado. She's going to be up at the Wall of Honor here, Sherrod. Jaylyn Sherrod joining us.
Yes,
good to have you back in town. How you doing?
Good. I'm excited. I think this is my first time back since graduation.
Is that right? It's been that long?
It's been 3 years. It's crazy. It flew by so fast. But
man, oh man.
It's been a blessing. The journey continues, and it's just fun to be back and be back in Boulder. I missed it for sure.
Everyone dreams about playing pro ball. What's it been like for you?
It's been a blessing. I mean, leaving here and then that first year winning the championship, you can't really draw that up any better. So never can complain on my end, but it's just been a blessing, and the constant support from, Buff Nation and Buff family, man. It keeps you going on days where it gets hard, because it does get hard. I mean, It gets hard on any level, honestly, but it's been good, man. I still struggle to put it in words, honestly.
You've always been such a great player and a physical talent. When you got to the WNBA, what did you learn about your game? Where did you have to improve? How have you done that over the course of your 3 years?
Honestly, I think just learning how to be a pro. You don't get you don't really get handheld in college either, but it's more so like the structure of it. Like it's your business, so you gotta take care of your body. You gotta feel right. You gotta put yourself in the best position to succeed. And so I think just that responsibility of taking control over my own course of my career, and just learning to be a pro on all levels, mentally, physically, emotionally. And also I feel like finding my voice. I feel like I did the past 2 years, really found my voice. So I would definitely say that was the biggest.
There's a maturation process you go through,
absolutely,
right?
Absolutely.
You become a grown-up all of a sudden, right? You have to.
Of course. And then you're playing against other grown women who have been playing in the league for years, and then you come from, being one of the best on your team to, you kind of start all over as a freshman again. So just definitely learning how to be a pro, for sure.
You ever pull that championship ring out, just kind of flash
I got it for you on Sunday. I got you.
Hey, the Wall of Honor, right? So J.R. Payne puts this together. Like, we've got one for the men's side, now one for the women's side. When you're honored like this by a place that, you had blood, sweat, and tears out here in this court, you loved what this program was about. What does that mean to you when they honor you that way?
Honestly, it's a blessing. I think, just from where I was when I came here at 17 to where I ended, and being able to say that, I finished here all 5 years, and every year we got better, and every year, we went from winning 8 games to Sweet 16s. It was just, it really is a blessing, and just knowing that your hard work really paid off and you did something with it. So I would say it's a blessing more than anything.
You think about your time here. What would be a memory? I mean, obviously you win big games, you go to the Sweet 16, but is there something behind the scenes? What stands out in your mind when you think about your time being a Buff?
Honestly, it's funny, I was saying this earlier when I was talking about Coach J. She really does a great job as a coach of making everybody seem human.
Nice.
On a competitive level. We were playing against the LSUs and the Stanfords and the Dukes, and nobody thought we would win those games, and just being able to say she really prepared us in a manner that we really thought we could beat anybody, and we did. And to see how I would say that's probably my biggest memory as a whole, of just this team was a bunch of misfits. For 5 years we were a bunch of misfits who just came together and found a way to win. So I would definitely say that.
Great stuff. Great memories here at the University of Colorado. You keep tabs on what's going on with the Buffs game in and game out?
Yeah, I was just watching the soccer game.
Oh, yeah.
So they won.
They won, late overtime goal there.
Yeah, I'm actually going to be here next week, so if they host again, I'll be able to go. So.
Okay, now on Sunday, when they unveil it up there, and you're on the wall, you going to shed a tear or two?
I don't know. Last time I cried here was senior night, so I don't know.
You know what? It's okay if you do. That means you love this place, right?
For sure.
Great
Always.
seeing you. Keep up all the great work. Congratulations on all your success.
Appreciate you. I appreciate y'all.
All right, Jaylyn Sherrod, Hall of Honor Award recipient, Sunday, honored by the women's basketball team here at the University of Colorado.
We were just freaking out about the contest on the floor. That guy won that thing. But more importantly, at halftime, Jaylyn Sherrod honored with the new women's basketball Wall of Honor. Congratulations, first WNBA champion in Buffs alums history. Coach J.R. Payne out there with Jaylyn Sherrod. And today the fans got to celebrate with Jaylyn, Cammie Carmen, Thad Anderson, and Jaylyn not only joined us, but brought a box of goodies. What's the box of goodies, Jaylyn?
I had to let y'all see it.
So check that. We got this camera here. Can we flip? I don't want to touch that thing.
No,
But look, okay.
Exactly. We're not insured.
Look at that. The WNBA champions ring with the New York Liberty. Jaylyn, thanks for joining us.
For sure.
Congratulations. And we got a lot of stuff we can talk about, but we just said something that I think is super awesome. You're still adding some education to your world. You're about to finish up some more accomplishments on the educational side, huh? What's going on there?
I graduate December 13th with my second master's in criminal justice. So
just 2 masters?
Just 2.
Come on, Jaylyn. Underachiever.
Yeah, exactly. Do a little bit more.
Winning pro championships, hanging up a couple masters. We go back to action. We'll have Jaylyn with us throughout the course of this Portland State CU stanza of play. Jaylyn, the Wall of Honor here at the CU Event Center. You're the first one to be honored. There'll be a series of those throughout the season. But what's it like for you to look up there and kind of see the history, the legacy of this program, and you being such a big piece of that?
I think it's amazing. I think, like, over the course of my 5 years here, that's kind of was always the goal, is to, just put Colorado back on the map and put us in a position where people, knew the standard of excellence that we have here at this university and what this program has done over so many years. So I really, it's a blessing. Like I told Coach Jay, like, I still feel like it's all so surreal. It's happened so fast. Like, the fact that this is almost year 3, being removed, it's flown by so fast.
I was going to say, has there been enough time to be able to reflect on your CU time and unpack that a little bit? And what kind of hits your heart and mind when you think about your time at CU?
I want to say I very much so gotten a chance to unpack it. I think being back here and seeing, so many people, so many faces, it kind of like just hits like, oh man, like you're really old. But no, I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed being back in Boulder. This is my first time back in a while, so I'm excited.
I was here for your whole run at CU, and Kennedy Sanders, was she here?
She was a freshman.
1 year?
She was one for.
So there's one player for CU now. You talk about feeling old or not being back for a while. So Kennedy's here, but otherwise, all new Buffaloes. What's it like? You were sitting right here courtside. What's it like for you watching this team now, and how does that feel? Almost like an out-of-body moment for you?
Honestly, I was talking about Kennedy yesterday. I got the chance to come to practice, and I was just saying, like, she's really grown into herself. Like, you tell, like, me, Kendall, we were the upperclassmen while she was here, but she's really grown into herself as a point guard. I said, from now to when she was a freshman, she's gotten so much better and just grown in so many areas. And I'm really happy that, she's seeing success.
Do you see some of those just foundational pieces when you see an entirely new roster, right? You recognize Kennedy, but do you see like, oh yeah, I see what Coach T's doing. I see these similarities.
Yeah, for sure. I think, the standard is always going to be the standard when it comes to JR&T. Like, playing hard is not an option. That's a requirement when you play for them. So I think they always are going to play hard. They're always going to walk into gyms with a chip on your shoulder, because that's just the energy, that's the experience of being a Colorado Buff. So definitely can see that. Definitely think that they're doing a great job of that. I mean, the Louisville game, in my opinion, they should have won it. It was a very winnable game, but that's a learning lesson, and they'll take that going forward into Big 12 play.
Jaylyn, Sherrod with us, and Jaylyn, the Wayback Machine. When you first came to CU, I remember when you first got here, and rephrase this for me if I say it wrong, but maybe a little under-recruited, I think, about a high school. And talk about that. I mean, a lot players, young players who look at you now or look at anybody in the WNBA, you win a title with the Liberty, but it wasn't like an obvious process for you, or this thing, I'm going all the way. You had to work hard to get there. It started off interestingly for you, kind of, and how you landed here.
Yeah. So Colorado ended up being my only Power 5 offer coming into college, and JRT at the time, I was just laughing at Alex Earlis here, Chandrika Lee, Jill Mahoney. That was my original OG crew when I got here. And just so many hours, so many conversations of just like self-belief and pushing through, and to your point, going, still when I got to the league, being undrafted and still finding myself on the championship team. I don't know why my story is written the way it is, but I wouldn't want to do it any other way. I've learned so much along the way, and just about, you know, everybody's story is different, but it doesn't mean you can't still reach success. So.
Little moments I remember talking to you after your freshman year, and you shouldn't remember this, but I asked you, because you came from a place very different than Colorado, and how do you like it? How's it going here? And I was asking something like, please don't leave. And you were just kind of like, no, it's pretty good. And the way you answered it, I thought, yeah, I think it's working. I think she's going to stick it out.
Yeah.
So I remember that being a happy moment for me, where I was like, yes. And I think the coaching staff, obviously, a lot of players talk about that. That's a big reason players stick around here.
Yeah,
but,
for sure.
I think your experience here, I'm guessing maybe was a little bit, I don't know, different or maybe more fulfilling than you might have guessed. And like you said, only, you know, Power 4 offer you had. So it's, you know, kind of cool it all spun that way for you.
Yeah, no, I've told everybody, man, loyalty really lies for me. And I was like, why would I go anywhere else when they're the only ones that kind of believed in me coming out of it? So, no, I'm really grateful for the experience. I learned so much, and just like to pour back into so many people here and just everything they poured into me. I know I wouldn't be where I was if I wasn't a Colorado Buck. So.
Do you have some of those conversations with young players in this culture of, you know, the culture that we've created is finding that next opportunity, and you can't hate the game, right? Like, this is just how it's built.
For sure.
But do you have some of those conversations with players about there is some value to loyalty and staying and building?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I tell everybody to do what's best for them, but I think people, especially young kids, they don't understand, like, the grass isn't always greener on the other side, and if you got something that's stable and you can rock with it, you should probably stick around, because things are changing so much in the world of college athletics that it's just, I would say, just a constant cycle of so much change, not a lot of stability. But I think at the end of the day, go where you love, go where you're happy, because I say it all the time with people, do what you love, because on the days where it gets hard, at least you can say I'm doing what I love. So, because it does get hard on all levels. College, it was hard. You know, I never loved the snow. I love boater, but every time it snowed, I told JR I was ready to transfer. She still jokes with me now about that. So it matters, though. Loyalty was big for me.
Yeah. I'm going to ask you about it, maybe a couple memories for you on the floor here, but I remember a game against Utah. Big, you guys were going into the season, highly ranked. It was the conference opener, sold-out crowd here. I'm sure you remember that, but memories for you, what do you take away, or when you just reflect back on those years, what really stands out from, like, actually on the floor moments for you?
On the floor, I laughed about this yesterday, about the black eyes for senior night.
That's right.
My mom was so mad because I didn't play with a mask that game. I had it on at first, and then I threw it off. She was so mad. But I would say that one is a memory just because all my pictures have black eyes in them. So, remember those war rooms. But that was, I mean, we had so many good games here. UCLA coming in that year when it was our like first sold out game in years. And the student session was live. It was crazy.
A lot of good memories for a lot of people. I hope you did some calisthenics with your wrist for all this autographs you're going to be signing today. Jaylyn Sherrod is with us. Third quarter closes. Buffaloes are cruising against the Portland State Vikings. Congratulations on the Wall of Honor. Good luck with your next steps, Jaylyn Sherrod. Buffaloes leading big after 3 in Boulder.